Over the millennia, it has been called the Fire Star, Horus the Red, Angaraka, the Red Planet. Now, it's only known by one name, Mars. We would be remiss if we didn't stress the historical importance of Mars in the evolution of humanity's journey into the stars. To put it plainly, Mars was our first step. Before we came here, we were all crammed on Earth, if you can believe that. Port Retinus has been here since the very beginning. Named after the global initiative to terraform the planet, the city's centre marks the first landing point and base camp, set up during the initial terraforming technical scout in 2120. It was here where the bulk of the 4,866 scientists and technicians died in the Great Mars Tragedy of 2125. Once the terraforming and geodynamic processing had finally stabilised the planet, it was only natural that this area became the first established city of the newly colonised Mars. Approaching the city will take you over the landscape that inflamed the imaginations of the ancient humans. There's only one landing zone in Port Retinus, currently set up as a local R&H franchise that was designed to overlay the landing pattern of the original settlement, with a few more buildings, obviously. An AeroView hangar rep can be found after you dock your ship, in case you'd like to look into business hangars or check in with the newly renovated Trade and Development Division kiosks. If you're just passing through, there are a handful of ship-oriented dealers on hand from trusted names like Centamas and Astro Armada. If you need repairs, check out Terry Quell's shop. The old man is an absolute whiz with machines. Best thing is, he won't drain your account to do it. There is one thing you absolutely must check out. If you're on Port Retinus and you don't stop by Radagast, you'll be missing out on one of humanity's most venerated institutions. Built in the 26th century, Radagast was a neighbourhood bar run by the Wilkes family, who passed down the ownership for generations. The reputation of the bar grew when they began to distill their own whiskey. Eventually, a corps came knocking and bought the Radagast bar and drink, turning it into a franchise. Shortly after the turn of the 29th century, the popularity of the brand began to wane before dropping off into obscurity. 100 years later, in 2920, residents of Port Retinus were amazed to find that construction had begun to rebuild the original Radagast as it appeared in the 26th century. So, stop by and have a glass of whiskey while basking in the trappings of the past. Wandering around the streets of Port Retinus, you will find a masterclass in architectural evolution as you pass by buildings built over the multiple centuries. The local governor's council has even begun to utilise some of the preservation technology used to protect older buildings on Earth. Near the city centre, you will find the Mars Disaster Memorial, built to honour the sacrifice of the brave men and women who lost their lives in the horrible tragedy of 2125. Unfortunately, most other cultural aspects of Port Retinus disappeared during the Mesa era, when the bulk of the city was converted into industrial zones to house businesses who wanted the proximity of Earth but not the increased cost. Sadly, it's never reverted back, but if you're here for business, there are plenty of avenues to pick up a decent contract. Check in with the info desks at Shubin Interstellar or the Ares Geological Services for their latest job opportunities. We'd also recommend talking to 10th the Sea, the most recognised info agent for these parts. As Xi'an expatriate, 10th has been on Mars for centuries. He didn't leave even during the worst of the Mesa era. Despite that, you won't ever find him in anything but a cheery, helpful mood. Walking through Port Retinus is like taking a tour through history. The ancient humans used to look up at this tiny red planet and wonder what civilizations lived there. If they could have only seen the breadth and wonder on each and every corner of Port Retinus, they would have been amazed.
You should get yourself some NordVPN. You can go to nordvpn.com/BoredGamer or use the links down below. If you want a VPN to help you with accessibility, security, and or privacy on the internet, then NordVPN has got all of that. And it's on a huge discount if you use my links. Oh, click those links. Every month we have a ship giveaway, and for this month of September we are giving away an RSI Apollo Triage, a medium-sized flying medical clinic. It also comes with lifetime insurance and access to Star Citizen with a game package. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning that is comment on any of my videos made during this month of September. If you would like to further support the channel, please remember to like, share, subscribe, watch my other videos on the channel for everything Star Citizen related. There's a load of useful links below as well to a load of stuff that I support or support me in some way with like NordVPN and all that sort of jazz, Game Glass, loads of cool stuff. But also, you could clickety-click on the join button under my videos to help support the channel even more by giving a little bit of money. Oh, isn't that good? Get a load of exclusive little bonuses as well. Or you can use Patreon to do pretty much the same thing, whatever you fancy. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great September, and I'll see you in the verse.